Alright boys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video, alright? If I'm not salivating over Elon Musk or SpaceX, I'm doing school, alright? Today's video, I am doing a national security project, which I thought would be kind of fun to turn into an informative style of video. And I'm pretty sure my mom's going to watch this, so I love you, Mom. And now let's get into it. One national security issue that faces our nation today is high gas prices and higher imported oil prices. This is an economic issue, but it's also a national security issue. This is because the economy's well-being is important to the stability of our nation. Also, this issue is most definitely a national security issue, since it has to do with energy as well. However, you may disagree with me, but according to the statement from my lesson, quote-unquote, top issues facing the President and his advisors over the next few years include homeland security, the economy, energy, security, and immigration. These are all national security issues. So, with this statement in mind, you can understand my reasoning. This statement will also help you understand national security issues I talk about. So, in recent history, Russia decided to show their gluteus maximus to Ukraine and the West. One such example of this is Russia threatening to raise the oil price to $300 for one barrel of oil. This is more than the already high average price of $134 per barrel of oil. This has a big impact on citizens, the military, and the government. How are people supposed to get to work if they can't afford fuel? How are people going to be able to support the economy if they can't get to work? I know there are electric cars such as Teslas, which I love. However, most U.S. motorists still use gas-operated vehicles. So my logical thinking brain would think something along the lines of, if imported oil costs so much, why don't we make our own? But guess what? This has been thought of and done before, and has worked. However, in 2021, the Biden administration figured that shutting down the Keystone Pipeline while it was still being built would be a good idea. The bad thing about that, the Keystone Pipeline would have been able to produce over 510,000 barrels of gas a day. This would have helped the current high gas prices kick the bucket. So the solution of this problem would be get the pipelines back up and running. The executive branch that would deal with this, though, would be the U.S. Department of Energy. Another national security issue is illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is a problem because when undocumented people enter a country such as the U.S., it can take a toll on the nation's economy. When a sudden influx of poor people needs support, governments give a helping hand, but when those people they are helping start abusing the help, then that causes economic issues, from having to pay for all the people who won't even get a job, let alone file for citizenship. On top of that, overpopulation of workplaces can cause layoffs to happen because the company can't afford to pay for all the workers. So this causes a shortage of work for law-abiding U.S. citizens. This isn't fair. U.S. citizens deserve U.S. jobs. Once illegal immigrants do the required paperwork and file for citizenship, they are in the okay. This is because they are documented and they pay taxes. This supports the economy and helps replace the funds the U.S. spent on helping those immigrants. So the solution to this problem would be better border protection and more strict regulations to make sure the right people get in the country and not terrorists. The executive department that would deal with this would be the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Another national security issue is the current energy shortage. In the fall of 2021, specifically in October, an energy crisis was acknowledged across the globe, the U.S. being one of the countries in this shortage. The shortage affected America in various ways. With America running with 90% of its electricity coming from fossil fuels, the shortage of these fuels could cause a nationwide power shortage. This is a national security issue for many reasons. Once those auxiliary generators run out of gas, another thing in the shortage, gas, hospitals will be without lights, grocery stores without refrigeration, and possible mass panic setting in. This would be catastrophic if it were to occur. With the exception of some, I can safely say none of us want this to happen. Sure, if you're like me, you would be like, cool, The Walking Dead in real life, minus zombies. However, this mindset will be quickly corrected once the hardships of the shortage of first world things such as power, running water, and heat set in. It won't be that fun when your toes are turning purple and you're sitting in a heatless room in the apotheosis of a blizzard. So, my solution to this? Conservation efforts of non-renewable energy sources, and a little bit of bushcraft shown on TV. Let me tell you, most people born between 1990 and 2010 don't know how to start a fire without a flame. However, that's not backed up by any reliable source. So, what executive department would handle this? With a little reasoning and logical thinking, you would say the U.S. Department of Energy. U.S. Department of Energy? Again? Looks like we have a regular. Finally, the last national security issue I'll talk about is the labor shortage. This is a national security issue because without people working and getting paid, the economy suffers from the lack of money/revenue. In 2021, it was reported that over 47 million people quit their jobs in the U.S. for various means. A common one was to find a better job that paid more, had a better work environment, etc. The problem with this is that inflation happens to support the economy since no one was working. My solution is to make jobs more appealing with benefits and such. This would help the new and old generation be more intrigued to find a job. The executive department that would handle this would be the U.S. Department of Labor. Alright, boys, we are done. I know it sounded bad at parts. I know. I felt like I was like someone reading off a teleprompter. If you couldn't tell, obviously I was reading off a script. That's why I was hesitating with some words and everything. So, I keep us. Okay. Basically, I appreciate that y'all watched it. And if Mom, you're still here, I love you. Hope you're doing good. I hope all of y'all are doing good, and I hope all of y'all have a great day. Goodbye, y'all.